First, the bad news. SAP Business AI won't generate amusing holiday cards, but it will personalize career paths for your people and let you know which suppliers are best, so you can be ready for the next opportunity. Revolutionary technology, real-world results. That's SAP Business AI.
Hi, I'm Daniel Hill of Daniel Hill Media, and welcome to my Instagram Stories Flash Briefing. Today, I want to talk about an article that I found on Vice.com. Hacked Instagram influencers rely on white hat hackers to get their accounts back. Leaked internal documents and stories from influencers show that Instagram has an influencer hacking problem. Let me explain what this is. If you have an account with a large number of followers, it's valuable. If someone hacks that account and gets the password, now they have the ability to post, market, communicate with your followers you've worked really, really hard to cultivate and build relationships with. Now, how does this happen? I always thought that it happened through phishing, and in fact, I was right. Here's what the article said. In most of the cases encountered, hackers posed as a brand interested in sponsoring the target influencer by paying them for posts or by sending them merchandise in exchange for publicity. They would get an email, and the email included a convincing-looking phishing link, which appeared to go to the sender's real Instagram account. Instead, when the person actually clicked on the link, it directed the victim to a fake Instagram login page. The person would try to log in, and then their credentials, including their password, would be sent to the hacker. The hacker then instantly changes the password and email address, which locks out the owner. They then contact the victim and extort money, essentially, and then when they receive payment, they may or may not give the account back. I want to talk about a couple things here, but number one, if you're not using two-factor authentication, you really should be, because that would clue you in that this wasn't a real Instagram page where you could log in. If the person typed in their credentials and was not prompted for the PIN code, that would be a clear tip-off that they've given their password to someone unscrupulous. The second thing is that Instagram now supports two-factor authentication apps. So if you haven't signed up with one of those yet, I definitely recommend it. If your account does get hacked, there is a mechanism that Instagram provides for people to get their account back. It's called the Selfie Plus code. You send a picture of your face with a code that Instagram dictates you have to write and include on a piece of paper in the picture. And this way you can verify that it's in fact your account. So if you have an account but you don't have any selfies on it, it might be a good idea just to take one as a backup. The article explains what an Instagram white hacker does in order to get an account back for someone, which is a really interesting process. This guy is in fact so good at what he does that in two of the cases, the victim said that the hackers eventually replied with the real passwords to their accounts. When asked why they would do this, the Instagram white hat hacker implied that he hacks the hackers themselves. He said, direct quote, "Some of them give the passwords because I do attacks to their devices," he said, without providing any more detail. Anyway, definitely look into this article. Because it's Sunday, I'm going to take a break from the question of the day, but I do want to highlight an account that I think you should be following. It's called Tig Agency. It's a pretty new account, but they have tons of valuable content on there on how to grow your Instagram. And in fact, I'm going to have the manager of the account on my podcast in the very near future to talk about some of the strategies that he recommends. That's it for today's flash briefing. If you would like to start your own flash briefing, I'm noticing some holes in the Amazon.com flash briefing skills store, specifically around the following things. Number 1, Legos. Number 2, Doctor Who. Number 3, protein powder. And number 4, Instant Pots. If you would like to have an Amazon flash briefing, especially on any of those 4 items, send me a direct message at Daniel Hill Media, and I'll be glad to get you started on the process. Thanks for listening.